Hey, Happy New Year. Welcome back to my off-grid cabin in northern Maine. Wanted to give you a little update there. Uh, Made a little place for my wood, little awning area. Nice place to keep the wood from last year and all that dry. Also kindling, dry, other stuff in that dresser down there. Also, if I'm cooking some really freaking smoky bacon, I have some way of cooking stuff outside. It's pretty good. I didn't know how much wood I'd need, so I just brought the whole freaking tree over. Because when it snows, the trees will freeze to the ground and there's no way I'm getting them. So I just brought them over here. You know, even though they're undercover, that wind still blows some snow in this direction, so maybe I'll have to do something about that at a later time. But yeah, it's still the same old cabin. I don't know when siding will come exactly, but I don't know how important it is really. It's been raining during the winter a couple of times, and it has iced these guys up pretty good, but I just cleaned them off. We can get whatever sun exists. Hasn't been very sunny. The sun rarely gets above the trees there. That's a little camper right there. It's really freaking nice in there. Oh, you know, when I'm in that cabin, all I feel is unfinished business and unrest. I'm just like, yeah, there's so much stuff. I have like a million hours of things to do in there still. And I'll show you in there in a second, but yeah, it's quite nice in here. It is quite nice in here. And I've got that little Mr. Buddy heater eventually. If I wanted to come in here and hang out, I could. I'm working less in the new year. That's what I told my job, and I'm sticking to it. I want more time to work on these videos and actually live and enjoy life. You know, work to live, not live to work. And live to pay off my possessions. And I had to do it a little bit because Ellie has had a death. Her engine was sounding all clunky and stuff. So she's dead, and I decided to stop putting money into her. You know, so she's just kind of been sitting there since like April. She's just been out of commission. But I don't know what I'll do with her yet. We have a lot of memories, and maybe I'm becoming a hoarder of vehicles. But here's the newer vehicle. I'll call her Kelly. Why not? That's what I thought. And I said, hey, keep on the tradition, you know. Or Felly. That's kind of sounds like strange though. Felly for Ford, you know. Ellie was for the element there. But anyways, newer car. Hopefully won't break down as much. So yeah, I've still got that 600 watts of solar, and it does its best to keep me powered up in there as it can. Not too well. I also have a generator if I need to, or I could just literally bring something to work and charge it there. But you know, I'm trying to be off-grid. Not off-grid adjacent. Take a look what the wind did the other day. This tree came down. Smashed the freaking tent. I eventually got to get over here and do something about this. Because it seemed to have ripped a giant hole into the tent there. Not that I have anything important in here. It's all just freaking more kindling. More cardboard. And other junk. Really. Trying to be more of a creator and less of a consumer, you know. That's what happens when you get property. You just have infinite amount of place to put things you don't need. Yeah, work to buy those things that you don't need. Come on, huh? Gotta support the economy and stuff, you know? Shoot. So I'm trying to not get stuck in that trap too much. Try not to get stuck in the prison of debt, you know? Oh, do you want to work less? Well, you can't. You've got to pay for the things that you couldn't wait to buy. And now you don't use anymore. How many unopened boxes do you have in your house? Well, I have 2 unopened boxes. But they're not unopened because I don't want to use them. They're unopened because I want to make videos about them. I've got a diesel heater because propane can be wet, and since my seams aren't perfect in here, you know, up there with the roof that I haven't covered up yet, I at least have insulation in here, but the moisture from the propane heat gets in there and it creates moisture. And if you can see all these little brown streaks, that's all condensation that I found out. So I'm trying to work on that and filling all my gaps in. It's hard when these boards here are like even the smallest amount off for the whole run. It's really quite hard to get a board that's perfectly straight. But if it's even 1/8 of an inch off for 14 feet, I mean, it's pretty hard to cut this in the same way, even though I tried. Things are still not perfect, as you could see. We got some spray foam trying to stay its way in there, and I tried to screw it up to the ceiling there. And we do our best there, but try and get some light in here. I know the GoPro really doesn't do well in low light, but we're still the same here. At least we got particle board up on the walls. We've got heat. We've got wood heat, but of course that takes some doing. I've got this giant pile of kindling here. Really, I've just kind of dedicated a large part of my cabin to wood. Of course, propane is great. We've got the old diesel heater that's kind of broken. Don't really have time to fix it, so I just bought a new one. And I guess once I fix that one, I could put it into the cabin, into the camper, trying to look like a human being lives in here, you know. We've got some cabinets. I'm trying to get this sink situation set up. Right now it just holds an Instapot, which is great. It's a great way to make some food, and it doesn't take too much energy. I'm actually going to take this 2-foot one out, and I'm going to get a smaller one. I've got a 16-inch one already, so it'll give me a little more space to get in here. It's kind of a little bit of a tight squeeze. Places to put things. Propane stove. It's nice. Everything is pretty good. We've got 2 power systems here. We've got the 3000, and I've got the 1500X from Goal Zero. And in this box here, I've got the Anchor Solix. I think that one's 300. That one's basically just a giant freaking light. And potentially, if I needed to bring it to work or something, I could just carry this little baby thing from work and back and have a way to charge cell phones and small things. Work on my YouTube videos on this computer. Try and keep all of my papers not too much of a mess, but it's just the way it is when you live in a small space. You put anything in the wrong spot, your cabin's a mess. So, I don't know. Microwave, more place to put things, pants, my nice little devotional area. And I'm trying to do those YouTube videos on another channel about addiction and recovery and God stuff. If you're interested in that, I'll put a link in the description in that. If you're interested in devotions for this faith denomination. I'm not trying to Bible bash anyone. That's just kind of my something I like to do. It's nice, and it's also good for my own soul, you know, my own recovery from addictions and stuff, from running away from my true self. So it's scary to be. It could be scary to be your true self. For me, at least. Upstairs, walls are still plastic, but at least there's something. You know, just a nice little place to sleep. We've got some sleeping bags. Got a fan, got an air purifier, because it can get kind of mildewy up here. I'm still working on ventilation, but for right now we just got that purifier up here in the winter time. It doesn't do it in the winter, in the summer. I don't know. Or it doesn't do it now. Dog foods and place to put books. The dog's at the neighbor's house right now, but yeah, not too much up here. I'm really trying to not let it become a dump of things that I don't want or need anymore. But I am trying to learn the banjo occasionally. I got other crap and things. I'm trying to put this thing together, put this floor on, but I really can't put this floor on until I put the wall on. And I don't know. I don't. That's the thing that I was talking about, that I'm kind of stuck, you know, where you're in a position of like, what is the priority? Do I want walls, or do I need a ceiling first, or what? Right now, well, my biggest priority was work, and then the awning before it snows. Wood, of course. But yeah, eventually walls up here. But at least I have a vapor barrier in this plastic, because not having a vapor barrier last year was awful. That's just like inviting mold. And I'm trying to not continue to invite mold by not using too much propane. But it's hard to not use propane when I'm not here. It's really nice to just have propane working while I'm at work. And then I come home and I start a fire. I'm trying to go for a sort of slanted thing that I've seen in places, but this is not working out very well, so I stopped. Over here especially started to look really strange. But I don't know. Back to the drawing board. But I like this idea. Trying to be grateful for what I do have, and to count my blessings. And you're one of my blessings, you know. Everyone who watches this video till the end and subscribes and follows me along on this journey of freedom, really. Financial and all the ways freedom, you know, to get out of the matrix of sorts and to make your own way and to not be trapped by the trimmings of the American lie and the matrix of a sort, you know. That's just it, you know. And I hope I can inspire some people to go out there and live more free and to not be bound down by just paying bills and needing a job to pay bills and all this stuff. I'm trying to work as less as I need to, you know. But also, it's also nice to be of service to the community and have a sort of a purpose. And I enjoy my job also, so. All right, well, I hope you all are doing all right out there, and I'll do my best to check in with you pretty soon. Bye-bye.